Good morning. Today in this webinar, I'm going to discuss that why to make budget, why to make my correct budget, basically. Let's start. Basically, there are two financial equations running in India. One is of the government, one is of you. Now let's discuss about the golden sparrow, the government. Now, for example, if there has to be a metro rail constructed, so the government will ask for a DPR from a construction company or a consultant, and that will be billed with tax. Even the project report which the government gets is taxed. Then considerably what happens is when it's passed, the tenders are floated and bids are made and people participate, and the metro rail work starts, the bridging, the constructions, and all the fiber reinforced concretes and the blocks and manufacturing, everything happens, and everybody bills to the government with tax. That means till the ticket of metro is out for you to travel in the metro rail, the tax has been collected on each and every point. It's interesting and it's to be noted. It's legal, it's audited. That means the financial equation of the government is total expenses, total tax, give me the money. And then it makes an asset. And then there's a cash flow. That's an interesting equation. What about your equation? You are a business owner or a salaried person, you get a TDS cut, you get an expenses cut, you get an indirect taxation cut on the expenses, and you get income tax cut, and then whatever is left with you, you get the cash flow, and then either you make the asset or either you go for a liability. If you do shopping, it's a liability. But if you invest more and you get returns and dividends and all those things on some investments, then it's an asset building system. I'm not saying don't do shopping. Shopping is inevitable, but do value shopping. Why not? That is the reason why to make a correct budget. Why not to learn from the Indian financial budgets? There's a beautiful pattern. So now did you see there is a difference between our financial equation and the financial equation which is built by the government, the finance ministry, since 75 years. Absolutely powerful, absolutely audited. Why not to learn from them? Let's move ahead. The reality of time and events patterns. I'll take a note. Something interesting about right now today is I'll take you to 1947 when the first Indian financial budget was launched. The railway budget. It's an amazing budget. 340 million population, union budget 197.29 crores. You go further, you see an amazing thing that 5.803 rupees per year per person welfare service was done by the Indian financial system and the people of India. What happens in 2021? After 75 years, 300 million population, union finance budget, 34 lakh crores. What happens? It's 26,794.123 rupees per year per person welfare service done by the financial ministry on the people of India. You check in the span of 75 years, it's about 4.61 lakh percent. So big. That is percentage. So there is a secret ingredient in the finance budgets. There is a pattern in the Indian finance budget hidden. The financial engineering, investments, expenditures, value investing in projections. That is the importance to build your correct budget. Absolutely important. The top largest 15 world banks by market capitalization. The latest one, the Bitcoin, $606 billion. JP Morgan Chase, Mr. Morgan, amazing story of the amazing bank. $387 billion. ICBC China, $265 billion. Bank of America, China Construction Bank, Agriculture Bank of China, SoftBank, Bank of China, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Royal Bank of Canada, HDFC Bank. Our Indian bank is on the number, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th rank, HDFC Bank. Considerably after that, the Australian Bank, HSBC, and the Commonwealth Bank. That's also of the Oceania. That's amazing. Do you see why these banks have been so strong and why these banks are so powerful in the market capitalization and that big? You know why? I'll give you some important points that why these banks have been able to get that kind of money in them. They have a discipline, they have a timetable, they have a budget, they follow protocol. They have protocols and they follow protocols. They have a team. They have a radical transparency. The systems are absolutely radical. They are audited by so many people. That means when they have audits and considerably with time, they have time discipline, they have financial engineering, they have a financial discipline, they have created a financial fortress. That creates the beauty. When you respect the money respects you. One must respect the money by respecting it. That is why there's a need to go for diversification of investments in the right age. That is what the financial equation is. It's time to study the 73 Indian financial budgets. All the best.